Hi, welcome. My name is Antje Roggemann. I'm a medium, trauma healer and Reiki master, and this is going to be a live angel reading because we are having so many retrogrades right now, and I felt guided to do a live reading for everyone today and pull some cards, channel some messages, what the angels want us to know during this time. So let's start. We're just gonna ask, I've already called in angels, archangels and ascended masters, and I'm just going to ask, what do we all need to know right now? And I'm getting 2 cards. Expansiveness and humility. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained and exhausted ego. And allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. Wow, that's very interesting. So this tells us that even though the retrograde energy might make us feel sluggish, irritated, stuck, as if nothing is happening, we are actually in a phase where we are expanding and we may not notice it yet. I've just had a moment of realizing today that my abilities are obviously expanding, and my clairvoyance is coming back because I saw a dog and the next second it wasn't there anymore, the dog. So I clairvoyantly saw it. And if you want to train your senses with me and learn mediumship, you can do that with me in healing sessions. I teach mediumship, and links and information is on my website and in my highlights, and you can also DM me. So what's happening, the ego is only seeing the physical, and so it isn't seeing what's happening in the energetic realms. So you might sense it, you might feel it, and at some point it just might show itself, whatever that is for you. And also Spirit, the angels are saying, accept help. There are things you can't do alone or learn alone, or it's harder to do it alone. The reason why I'm here and here to help and teach is because I don't want people to be alone when their abilities come up. Because I was alone with that when that happened for me in 2009. And I learned only with angels, archangels and ascended masters and some books. There were no people around me who could have taught me. And that was lonely. And I don't want people to feel alone with their abilities. That's why I'm here helping to teach about spirit, angels, archangels, ascended masters, and how you can develop your abilities and trust your intuition and your clairsenses. So accept help when you need help. Same with trauma healing. You cannot heal and release trauma on your own. If you need help with that, I can help with that. Hi Trish, thank you for joining. So the first 2 cards, expansiveness and humility, meaning accepting help. You can watch the full reading after. I'll post that. So we might be in a phase. Hi Torun Knudsen, thank you for joining. We might be in a phase of expansion, even though we cannot really see it yet. That's a typical card for Mercury retrograde, letting go. Everything is indeed out of control and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. That's like letting go, surrender. So don't try to push. Hi Sam, thank you for joining. If you feel right now like things aren't moving forward, 7 planets are in retrograde. That it can feel like that, but there's lots of inner development and change happening. Don't try to push things so that you want to move forward. Let go, surrender. Dear Divine, I give this all to you. I surrender this to you. Make me open. Show me what I need to learn. And just let it go. Release it. Also, clear out. Do energy clearing. If you need help with that, I have an energy clearing course that guides you through 15 days of clearing with angels, archangels, and ascended masters. Learn to clear your energy, because that is really important. It raises your vibration and strengthens your energy field and throws out all the old energies that aren't yours or not yours anymore. Also a form of letting go, a super important one for anyone who's sensitive. And everyone who is here is sensitive. Welcome, Leaves Create. Thank you for joining. So let's see what else we all need to know. Let's see what else we all need to know. Green Terra, supreme protection. You are protected, cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. You're welcome. Trust, you are protected, and also, again, cords are being cut. Cord cutting is also something really important to do in Mercury retrograde and all the retrogrades. If there are relationships in your life that don't work anymore, if you are in toxic relationships, get out. You are worth more. And if you need help, work with me in healing sessions. I've been through all of this: separations, divorce, toxic relationships, narcissistic parents. I know it all. Hi, Bina Scolari. Thank you for joining. And my energy field is a clearing field, and the angel symbols I work with, all of it clears your energy and removes trauma. This is not a mind thing. Trauma and patterns from our family are in our energy field and need to be removed energetically. And you need someone or a method that can do that. And psychotherapy doesn't do it. You can also call on Green Terra for protection. You can also call on Archangel Michael for protection. I do that every day. I also did that before the reading for everyone. Hi Nettie and Claire, thank you for joining. Call on Archangel Michael to protect you every day, and also learn to do energy clearing with him. And again, I have a course for that. If you want to learn that, you can also work with me in person, and in mediumship training, that's also part. Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Hi, I'm J Techie. Thank you for joining. There's a divine order for everything. And that's why our intuition and guidance is so important. We are not an island. There's other people around us. There's events that sometimes need to happen before something else can happen that we would like to manifest or to have in our life, or a person we want in our life. Everything is always in divine order. And to sense what's next for you, because the question is always only, what's my next step? Guidance does not give you a laundry list of to-dos for the next 5 years. Guidance only gives you the next step that you can actually take right now. And sometimes it's chill. Do nothing. Because it also needs to have a balance between giving and receiving. And there needs to be space so that the universe can move events around and people around in your life to make things happen. It's not always doing. There's a divine order, and to sense that, you need to train your intuition and work with guidance so that you know what to do or not to do right now. Hi, MSCALINYC. Thank you for joining. Hi, Gabby. Thank you for joining. So, trust your intuition. Work with me in healing sessions to learn mediumship and train your intuition. What is the next message for us? Anyone who's coming later, you can watch the whole live from the beginning later on, because I will post it. Yeah. Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Now that's an important one, because many of us have fear come up as soon as we step onto our spiritual path. Why? Because we've been persecuted in past lives. And the important thing hi Katarzyna, thank you for joining. Hi Raymond, thank you for joining. The important thing for communication with the spirit world to happen and function is to speak it out, to say what I see, hear, feel. And then the next can come in, and then the next can come in. It's not like we are communicating physically. Spirit communication is different. You get impressions either clairvoyantly or clairaudiently with your inner ears, or you feel something, or you know something, cognizance, and then you need to say it or write it down, and then you get the next piece. Say it, get the next piece, say it, get the next piece. That's how spirit communication works. If you keep your mouth shut and don't do anything with what you get, there's no more information coming. So we need to learn to speak our truth, and that's also what I'm doing right now is channeling. If I would just show you that card and keep my mouth shut, doesn't help you. I need to channel the messages that come through with this card. This is just a card is just a way of connecting to spirit. It's a divination tool. You can also use other tools for that. In fact, I'll do that just to demonstrate my book, Is It Cool to Be an Angel? Interviews with angels, archangels, and guardian angels works in the same way. You can just open it, ask for a message, open it, and then you get the message. And I'm going to do that right now. Hi, Saida, Basli, thank you for joining. Great. Here we have the angels of abundance. They help us to make good financial decisions. The link to buy the book is in my bio. Find and receive abundance in all forms and go for a career that brings both joy and fulfills our earthly and material needs. Now, what can they do for you? Angels of Abundance, thank you for being here to give an interview and answer our question. Is it cool to be an angel? That's always the first question. Yes. It absolutely is. It's such a joy to help people learn to receive and show them that they are worth all the abundance in the world. Often it's not that there isn't enough. There's enough for everyone on this planet, but you really need to know and claim your self-worth. That is a huge topic for humans to learn on the whole planet. And then it continues the next page. So that is my book that you can order on Amazon. The links are all in my bio for several countries. And it also exists as an ebook. And it's channeled interviews with angels, archangels, and guardian angels. that tell you how you can work with them. We are getting, again, 2 cards. Okay. Hi, Danny. Thank you for joining. Invite help, delusion. I love that. Invite help says, invite the divine to pursue you. Just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. That's about being a channel and letting angels, archangels, ascended masters, spirit work through you. Delusion, intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. If intention is an energetic statement that guides your energy towards what you want in your life, but it's important to focus on feelings and experiences and not on wanting something or someone physical in your life. Why? Because that something or someone might not be meant for you, and you limit the universe by giving them basically an order like you do in a restaurant. Because what you really want, and I just learned that a few weeks ago. Hi Tarika, thank you for joining. You really want an experience and a feeling. And I had to leave a house during a separation in 2012, and I left that house and I said to Spirit, I want that house back. And about 2 weeks ago, I sat on a meadow in the shadow of a large tree, in the sunshine, in the summer, wildflowers around me. And in that moment, I realized I wanted that feeling. Being out in the sunshine, in the summer, feeling safe and having no issues and problems and financial problems. Not the house. Because that was a feeling that I had when everything was okay still before the separation in the house. So you want a feeling, so get clear about what the feeling is. You want an experience, get clear about what the experience is. Might be a healthy relationship. Just don't fixate on a certain person. Also, never ever fixate on timing, because that's something very fluid. And if there's anything that you can't get out of your head, just say, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. Or acceptance, acceptance, acceptance. In that moment, you take any tension and resistance out of the situation and allow the energies to shift. And invite help. You have spirit guides, you have guardian angels, you have spirit animals. Ask them for guidance and help every day. If you want to learn more about that, work with me in healing sessions and mediumship training. You are not alone here. There's a spirit team around you that is here to help you, but you need to ask them for help and work with them every day. You're not meant to do this life alone. And it takes practice to develop that relationship. Some of us have children in spirit, some of us have animals in spirit and other family members, and you can have a relationship with all those spirits. They're not dead. Death doesn't exist. Grief. Thank you for joining, Ranking D and Marianne. Grief. Yes, grief is what happens when we lose someone. Because grief is actually a physical reaction. I have 6 children in spirit and about 15 animals and 4 grandparents, so I know what I'm talking about. Grief is what happens when you lose the physical presence of someone, and it's actually a physical reaction of you, of your body, because that physical person or animal isn't there anymore. So you cannot avoid grief, you have to move through grief, but don't get stuck in it. Make sure that you move it. It's an energy. It takes time, trust me. 6 miscarriages are not an easy feat to handle. It takes time. And while you are in grief, communication with the other side might be blocked. Because grief is a very low vibration, and if we want to communicate with the spirit world, we need to raise our vibration, clear our energy, work with angels, archangels, ascended masters. You can learn Reiki, that helps you to raise your vibration every day when you give yourself Reiki, and I teach Reiki as well. I'm a Reiki master. There's lots of ways to do this. I do all of them. And grief is something that is natural, that happens, and it doesn't just happen when we lose loved ones. Grief is also something that happens when we move from one phase in our life to the next, when we release old behaviors, old values, an old self of us, because we constantly change. So we also can grieve the old me. And it's okay. Grief is totally fine. Just don't get stuck in it. Move it. It's an energy. Move it through your body in whatever way works. And if you need help with it, work with me. Now, let's check another interview. And this is how spirit works. Archangel Azrael is the archangel for transitions to the spirit world, but also in our lives. He's the angel who helps people to leave their body, animals too, and cross over to the other side surrounded by loving light. He also works with the people who stay behind and comforts them. And he is the archangel who works with and supports coaches, life coaches, people who act as a guide for other people. So he says, yes, it is cool to be an angel. It is fascinating to look at both sides of existence that people go through in their bodies on earth, and then as spirits or souls when they have left their bodies, which really also is before the next incarnation. But it's quite fascinating to watch how different their perception of their life is when they are in a body, and later when they look back at it from a perspective outside of the body. And then the interview continues. And as I said, hi Sean, thank you for joining. The links to buy the book are in my bio. And there's 33 interviews, so you learn about the 33 angels, archangels, and guardian angels. Let's see what else the angels want us to know. And also, if you want a reading for yourself for the next year, I have just put out my offering again of a year 2024 reading. That is a reading where I pull one card for each month for your personal next year. And that gives you an angel, archangel, or ascended master that you can work with, and also an outlook on the topics that will be relevant for you next year. Now we are getting Lord Shiva, transcendence, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. We aren't really lost. When you feel like you're lost, you might be in a transition. Or you might be just releasing something that feels uneasy, uncomfortable at the time. Always ask for guidance. What do you want me to know right now? What's my next step? Archangel Michael, your guardian angels. I usually say, God, Spirit Creator, angels, archangels, ascended masters, my spirit guides, my spirit animals, my guardian angels, please give me guidance. What do you want me to know right now? Or I say the same and say, please hear my prayer, and then I pray and ask for help or for whatever I need or for whatever I wish to happen. There's always help. You're never alone. You're also never alone in a room. There's always angels around you. Your spirit guides are with you. Your spirit animals, your guardian angels. Your guardian angels are just there for you. Only for you. They are personal. Work with them. Right, one more card. Yes, ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. You're welcome, Sean. She's saying, thank you for this. I have to get ready for my day. Blessings to all for a wonderful day. Thank you. So, it's easy to receive. Often it's not, because we've learned that we need to be doing. That blocks receiving, because for receiving, you need to be stepping back, allowing things to come and receive them. Receiving is not grabbing, running after, catching, chasing. That's the opposite. That's masculine and unhealed masculine behavior. Receiving is stepping back, receiving, allowing, acceptance. And you can work with all these words to shift your energy. In moments where you feel that it's not easy to receive and that you can't receive. And we need to use our intuition and our senses and work with guidance to feel when it's time to step back or when it's time to do something. What's my next step? I often hear from Archangel Michael when I'm meant to do nothing. He's just saying to me, chill. And then I have to deal with my impatience, but that's okay. You can be receiving guidance. That's receiving too, but you need to ask. Angels won't just throw everything at you without you wanting it. You need to ask, and then you receive the guidance. You need to ask, and then you receive the help. So I hope that was helpful for you. I will post the reading and you can watch it again afterwards. If you want to work with me in healing sessions to release trauma or want help in relationships, it doesn't matter what it is. Actually, I'm clearing up whole family lines of trauma with my clients. I teach mediumship. I've been a medium for 17 years. You can order my book online that I've channeled. Links are all in my bio. Message me if you have questions. There's lots of information in my highlights and on my website. Thank you for joining, and I hope to see you next time. See you. Bye.